So I was in the bathroom the other day, minding my own business, when for some reason I just started thinking, hey, what would it look like if somebody were to sneak up behind me at the frosted glass window and look inside while I wasn't looking? This is literally how my brain works all the time. No. 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 Okay, so fair point. Not everybody has access to a Blackmagic Pocket 4K, which as far as prosumer cameras go, is fantastic. And certainly not everybody has access to anamorphic lenses. The anamorphic lenses I have are by Siri, and right now they kind of dominate the prosumer anamorphic market. As far as lights go, I don't really have many good lights. The nicest things that I have are those little aperture MCs, which are fantastic, but you can't really light an entire space with them. I have maybe 4 or 5 Impact Ready Cool fluorescent ballasts, which are okay, but they're about 5 years old now, and they all tint a little bit on the green side. The nicest, brightest, biggest light that I have is the Intelitech Light Cannon, which I broke while making this video. Why won't you turn? Oh, son of a bitch. Suffice to say, I'm in the market for a replacement. Hey, if anybody out there is from Aputure, hi, I'm Isaac. I really enjoy your products, and I'm 10,000% in the market for a Lightstorm 600X. Considering that I just paid for my wedding, it's not really in the cards financially right now, but if anybody out there had like a discount in like the holiday spirit, I would absolutely adore that, because I would do literally anything that didn't involve money. Thank you. Except that. Well, let's never say never. Okay, so here are the rules. Rule number 1, the nicest camera that I will use will be a phone. Rule number 2, I will use no professional lighting whatsoever. In fact, rule number 3, I'm not going to use any equipment specialized to film and video at all. i.e., it will just be shit that I can find around the apartment. Okay, I'm only gonna bend the rules a teeny tiny bit, because on the front of my camera, what I'm going to put is one of these little moment lens adapters. They're these cute little adapters that go onto the front of your phone, and you can use it in their Moment app. For anamorphic, it'll automatically de-squeeze your footage as well, as long as you select that lens. The reason that I'm doing this and bending the rules a teeny tiny little bit is because I want to be as scientific as possible. Technically, I was shooting anamorphic before, so I'm gonna be shooting anamorphic again this way. Also, these things cost like $30, so I don't know, give me a fucking break. Yeah, I changed my glasses from the intro. Do you like them? Well, here we are again. I don't have a tripod because my rules are dumb, so I'm building the best thing I can come up with, which, in the end, are some yoga blocks on a cutting board, on a box, on a stool. Eat shit, MacGyver. To diffuse the bathroom light, I've got some spare fabric, and to block it out, I've got a black shirt. There it is. Look at it. I still need to control the direction of the light, and I can't use black wrap, but what I can use and have lots of is aluminum foil. The foil will not only act as barn doors, but also as a reflector to hopefully help condense the light onto one source, which is me. Hi, I'm the source, it's me. While it's a good start, the foil by itself isn't quite sturdy enough, so after rummaging around, I found a cardboard box that I could sacrifice to help give it some structure. Now I turn off the flat color profile to see how close we are, and there's plenty of more work to do. I need to reframe and move the camera closer, but I've realized that the lens is too wide and is warping the edges of the frame in a way that I'm not really a fan of. So rather than physically moving the camera closer, I'll have to back it up and zoom in. I experiment a bit more with the foil and the cardboard, and after taking everything down and restarting a few times, I've made what amounts to be a fairly stable softbox. I still need some light on myself, so I fished out the string bulb and what the hell, okay? Gotta remember to switch my bulbs out after I finish summoning those demons. Anyway, now that I've got a far less horrifying tungsten bulb in there, I have to figure out where in the world I'm going to put it. First, I used more foil to help direct the light and then attempted a makeshift cove light, but it's not really doing the trick. It makes me look weird. I abandoned that completely for a moment and attached some spare black fabric to the wall behind me as a negative fill to help keep all of the light from bouncing around. Then added a small practical to the sink to help get some variation in the color temperature. We're close, but not close enough. I reset once again on the ceiling light and build a sturdier softbox with a diffusion further from the light itself. Then, since I don't have a C-stand, I attach the string light to the shower door with tape and wrap it in a white t-shirt to diffuse it a bit. So, just to recap, so far we have the practical, the negative fill behind me, the ceiling light, which is now a softbox, and the string light, which looks very sad right there. Look at it. I've now got a decent exposure on me, but the string light can be seen in the mirror, which is a no-no. So, like any good filmmaker, I abandon it completely and instead I focus on the hallway lights. Aluminum foil and some spare fabric will get the job done again, and after finding a 3M strip, I attach the string light to the corner of the ceiling and out of the way. Finally, I'm done, ready to shoot on my iPhone XR, and my confidence is through the roof. My confidence is immediately shattered the moment that I bring it into DaVinci Resolve and I try and color and match to the previous video. It's not even close. But boy howdy will I try. I can't find a Rec. 709 LUT for this specific color science, so I'm doing my best to guess. And that leaves me with... I didn't notice you could see the cord in the mirror when I shot it. So, what's it gotta do?
You shoot it again because nothing is permanent, 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 everything dies! It's fine. You really thought that was going to be it? You really thought that I wasn't going to march into my own bedroom, kick down my own door, look my wife in the face and say, hey wife, give me your nice fancy iPhone 13 Pro with a neat camera that's going to make my video look really good. And she said,
the fuck you just say to me?
Because I gotta go shoot that video in the bathroom.
Didn't you just do that?
Yeah, I did. But then I put it on the internet, and then some guy on TikTok made a comment on it saying that the equipment that I used was too good, and so maybe I thought I'd use equipment that wasn't as good, so maybe I could use your phone, please.
One guy on TikTok made one comment that wasn't even really negative, and you're doing the whole thing again?
Maybe.
Fine. As long as you don't recreate this entire conversation and put it in the video.
Nope. Because that's 10,000% what actually happened in real life. And you know what? I don't think it could have gone any better. It's wonderful to have someone so supportive that you live with and work with. And I'm really excited to see what sort of image quality we get out of this.
I left the lighting and the setup the same, but this time in post I'm using film emulation from Film Convert Nitrate. It's an awesome software and they specifically have packages for iPhone shot and log format. I think the problem before was that I was attempting to match the color grade to what I shot with the Blackmagic, which was just never gonna happen. Using the Kodak emulation allows me to stylize the footage while keeping the same mood. Working with the iPhone 13 footage compared to my iPhone XR is just night and day. The dynamic range and clarity is a game changer, and I can totally see why Apple is pushing this as being a new indie filmmaking tool.
The difference between these two scenes shot with the same lighting, the same software, and in the same environment is absolutely hilarious to me. The only thing holding back the iPhone 13 Pro is a lack of depth of field. They've somewhat solved this with their cinematic mode, and they've made some really cool short films showing off their hardware. And I know people are going to be like, but Isaac, it doesn't look as good as what you shot in your Blackmagic Pocket 4K. I'm like, yeah, of course it fucking doesn't, because I shot it on a phone. I didn't think that I was going to be comparable. I shot it because I could. Doing it this way is admittedly not terribly realistic and is also super limiting. There's a reason why film equipment is as expensive as it is and in as demand as it is. Do you need to be throwing down thousands of dollars every single time a new product comes out? Absolutely not. Is there a case to be made for paying for a couple of essentials like a C-stand, negative fill, maybe a clamp or two that's gonna make your life way easier? Absolutely yes. So I hope that in the end, this stupid little project that I've come up with, which I've spent way too much fucking time on, can be something of a reminder to, I don't know, not let perfect be the enemy of good. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what industry you're in, there's always gonna be somebody who has more money than you, or more time, or access to better people and better equipment. And I know that that can feel super discouraging at times, but I promise you, all you have to do is try. You have nothing to lose. And if you don't try, I don't know, you might not figure out what sort of brilliance you have inside of you or what talent. And don't do it necessarily to have success or that your dreams will come true. Just do it because you can. And it's a shame not to. Every day we come up with a million little reasons not to try something. So if you're watching this today, I recommend just take those millions of reasons that you've come up with and set them on fire. Because nothing is permanent and everything dies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've been filming in the bathroom for the past 3 weeks, and I've got to go let my wife in there because her bladder is plumb as
Oh, he's such a terror. Isn't he just the tallest pup in the entire world? No pups taller than him. No, sir, no way, no how. Look at him. He's as big as a skyscraper. He touches the clouds, doesn't he do it?